Jai, so we are continuing the Topmost Yoga System by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Page number 49. Krishna says that you have to develop your attachment for Him. Begin at the beginning, but you can do it. It's not artificial. I have a few sincere students here, just developing. They're not complete, but they are developing Krishna attachment. Otherwise, why should they waste their time chanting Hare Krishna? They're doing it, and it can be done. You can develop love for anything if you try for it. But Krishna development is very natural. Because Krishna is not a thing belonging to a particular type of religion or sect. Krishna claims, I belong to everyone. Therefore, originally we are all connected with Krishna, but we have simply forgotten. This process of chanting is to evoke your remembrance of Krishna. It is not that we are inducing something artificially into you. No, Krishna is already connected with you, but you have forgotten. And we are trying to give you the process for reviving your original consciousness. So you can come to our temple, that is the beginning. You can see Krishna or Krishna's devotees and you can chant Hare Krishna. Krishna is not different from his name because he is absolute. He is not different from his words. The name Krishna and the person Krishna are not different because everything is Krishna. Oneness, the philosophy of monism or pantheism, is imperfect. When that oneness comes in understanding Krishna, that is perfection. If Krishna is the supreme absolute truth from whom everything is emanating, then everything is Krishna. Just as you have a gold mine and are preparing so many golden utensils and ornaments and many other things. But they are all gold because the original is gold. So you may name it earring, but you have to add gold, golden earring. You may name it necklace, but it is gold because originally it came from gold mine. Similarly, originally, everything is coming from Krishna. If he is the supreme, the absolute truth, then nothing is different from him. Just as whether you say earring or necklace, a bangle or wristwatch, these are all made of gold, so they are gold. But at the same time, you cannot say that this is all gold. You may say this is a gold necklace, this is a gold earring. The Mayavadi or impersonalist will say that everything is Brahman. But everything is Brahman is not right. This is very nicely explained in the Gita, in the 13th chapter. I am expanded all over. That is my impersonal feature. Krishna is everywhere in his impersonal feature, but still he is a person. The Mayavadi philosopher thinks that if Krishna has become everything, then where is the possibility of Krishna here, apart? This is complete rascaldom, because it is thinking in a material way. There is no spiritual knowledge. In a material way, suppose you take a piece of paper and tear it into particles and throw it all over. The original paper has no existence. This is material. But we get information from the Vedas that the absolute truth is so perfect that if you take away the whole, still the whole remains. 1 minus 1 equals 1. The material way of thinking is 1 minus 1 equals 0. But spiritually, it is not like that. Spiritually, 1 minus 1 equals 1. And 1 plus 1 equals 1 also. Krishna is everything. The Mayavadis, the impersonalists, see our deities here and say, oh, they have installed some they have installed some wooden forms and they are worshipping them as God. But one who knows Krishna science understands that Krishna is everything and therefore can appear in everything. With electricity, the current is everywhere along the line, so wherever you touch, you feel it. Similarly, the Krishna current, in his impersonal form, is everywhere, and it is the technician who knows how to use the force. Oh, this is very interesting. Isn't it a wonderful analogy? See, I read this book before, and I don't remember this analogy, but I really love it. The Krishna current, in his impersonal form, is everywhere, and it is the technician who knows how to use the force. Wow. Before we have a phone installed, we have a telephone conversation, and we simply inform the person, before we even talk money, that he should come immediately to find out where the connection can be made. And he comes out and does his work, and we do not notice because he knows the technique. So one must know how to connect with Krishna. Krishna is everywhere. That is Krishna consciousness. But one who knows how he can derive Krishna from the features of Krishna's form in wood or iron or metal. So one must know how we can derive Krishna. You have to learn how to contact Krishna everywhere, in everything. That is explained in the system of yoga. Krishna consciousness is also yoga, the perfect yoga, the highest of all yogic systems. A yogi may come and we can challenge him, saying that this is the topmost yoga system, though at the same time it is very simple. You don't have to exercise your body over a period of weeks before you feel some power. But in Krishna consciousness, you won't feel tired. All our students are simply anxious to be overloaded with work in Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada, what can I do? And they are actually doing it. In the material world, if you work for some time, you'll feel weak. Of course, I'm not exercising myself. I'm an old man of 72 years. I was ill. I went back to India, but I want to work. Actually, I could retire from all of these activities. But as far as I can, I want to work. I want to learn day and night. At night, I will work with the dictaphone, and I'm sorry if I cannot work. This is Krishna consciousness. One must be very anxious to work. It is not an idle society. No, we have sufficient engagements, editing papers, selling papers. Simply find out how Krishna conscious you can be. If you're really at peace, if you want to be at peace, if you want to be happy, then develop Krishna consciousness. And the beginning is to develop attachment for Krishna. The process which we have prescribed is chanting and dancing before the deities, offering prasadam, spiritual food. That will make you more Krishna conscious. The yoga system, as it is described in the Bhagavad Gita, is different from the bogus yoga system, which is going on in the West these days. The yoga systems which have been introduced into the West by so-called yogis are not bona fide. Yoga is difficult. The first thing is to control the senses. That is the position of the yogi. He is not allowed to indulge in sex life. If you indulge in intoxication, if you indulge in meat eating, if you indulge in gambling or sporting, all nonsense. You cannot at the same time become a yogi. I was astonished when a yogi came here, having advertised in India that you can be a yogi even though you may be addicted to drinking. That is not the yoga system. That is not the standard. You can call it yoga, but it is not the standard yoga system. The yoga system is especially difficult for this age. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, we understand that yoga means to concentrate one's attention on the super self, Vishnu. He is situated in your heart. And in order to concentrate your attention, you have to control the senses. The senses are working just like infuriated horses. If you cannot control the horses of your carriage, it will be dangerous. Just imagine that you are seated in a carriage, and your horses are so furious that they are dragging you to hell. then what is your position? The yoga system means to control these senses. These senses are also compared to serpents. The serpent does not know who is its friend and who is its enemy. It bites anyone. And as soon as the serpent bites, the result is death. Similarly, if the uncontrolled senses work in their own way, then you should know that you are in a dangerous position. It has been said that when one becomes too sensual, he loses his temper. He loses his identity. He forgets himself. Infuriated by the senses, a man will attack even his children, even his daughter. Therefore, for those who are advancing in spiritual life, not only for them, but for everyone, the Shastras, scriptures, say that you should not sit in a secluded place even with your mother, even with your daughter, or your sister. Why? Because the senses are so strong that if they become infuriated, you will forget whether she is mother, sister, or daughter. You may say that this may be true only for some foolish persons, but Shastra says no. You should not sit in a secluded place even with your mother, sister, or daughter, because the senses are so strong that even though you may be very moral, you may still be attracted by sex. Our position in this world, our suffering in this world, is due to the body. This body is the cause of all miseries, and the ultimate goal of life should be to get out of this material body and be situated in the spiritual body. This is a foreign atmosphere. The soul is free spiritually, but it has been conditioned by this material atmosphere, and the body is of this matter. A human being is fit to inquire as to whether he is this body or something else. This can be understood very easily. I'm not this body because at the time of death, the body remains, although everyone cries, "Oh, the poor man is gone." The man is lying there. Why do you say he's gone? He's lying there. At that time, we come to our senses. The body is not the man. The real man is gone. The childhood body is changed to the youthful body, and the childhood body is gone. Similarly, when the boyhood body is gone, you'll have to accept a body like mine, an old man's body. The body is changing. Not only year after year, but at every second, the body is changing. Still, you're situated there. This is very simple to understand, and because the body is there, we are suffering. Everyone is trying to get out of suffering in any field of action, in the economical field, in the political field, or any field of activity, social or national. Everyone is trying to get out of misery. There is no other activity, either nationally or socially, individually or collectively. We are all suffering, and this suffering is due to the body. Jai. So we are going to stop here at this very dramatic note, understanding the source of our problems. And tomorrow, in the next episode, this chapter will dive into like what to do about it, basically. And it will explain the source of this misery and suffering. So stay tuned. And again, I'm reminding that there is a link to this book in the description box. If you like, you can read, download, or purchase. And this was Shravanam Diaries. We will be happy to receive your feedback or receive your questions if you have any. So please feel free to email us at shravanamteam@gmail.com. And we'll see you next time. Hare Krishna.